Alright, man. It's your boy Bo Slick. I was just sitting back thinking about a situation that had me kind of puzzled. I had a homeboy named Chris, right? He was a good dude, you know. Um, One of those guys that goes to work, come home, you know, stay at home guy, drink, watch movies, play games, whatever, you know. Pretty stand up guy, that's why we were cool like that. Me and my brother used to go, always used to go up Chris' house and hang out with him. Chris was married, you know. I thought, well, what seemed like a pretty good marriage. Me and my brother used to look at the situation like, man, I want to be married and have a good relationship like Chris, a good healthy relationship like Chris got. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, um, everything was going good with him. He always took care of his wife. She didn't have to hit a lick at a snake, meaning she didn't have to work. She really didn't have to cook and clean, but you know how that go. He took care of her. He provided for her anything that she wanted. She didn't have to want for anything. But anyway, one day, Chris got off work, and you know, me and my brother and I was sitting on the porch. We stayed like two houses down from Chris, and you know, my brother was like, "Hey, yo, check it out, man. Chris sitting on the back porch, with his head down, man. Look, he's looking like something wrong with him, whatever." So I was like, "Hey, man, let's go up here and see what's going on with him and whatnot." So as we was headed up there, he looked up and spotted us. He was like, "Hey, man, what's up, man? Come kick it with me." All right, boom. So we go sit down with Chris, having a few drinks, smoking a little bit, just talking and doing the normal thing guys do. You know what I'm saying? So Chris just went on to tell us how his day went, how he went to work, and got off, from work, stopped by the store and stopped by the restaurant to get some food and some things for the house. And when he got home, his wife wasn't there. He didn't think nothing of it because his wife told him that earlier that day, she was gonna go out with her sister and mom, and they was gonna go shopping and girls' day out or whatever. That she would be home by the time he get off work. So he didn't really think anything of it. The thing that was bugging him was her phone was off. And it looked like from in the house that it looked like she ain't been at home all day. So, I really didn't know what to say. He asked us, "Hey man, have y'all seen her?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I haven't seen no car go in and out from your house or whatever." So nah. Anyway, he kind of brushed it off and got over it a little bit. Of course, you can tell he was still, worried. That's his wife. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I said about another 30 minutes went by. I decided that I had to go take a leak, and instead of going in the house, I went over to the side of the house to take a leak. Mind you, behind Chris's house was a house, and then our house. He had neighbors, which was a white guy and his wife, and they were drug addicts, man. They was meth heads. Chris and his wife never really talked to him much. You know, yeah. So they kind of stayed to themselves. But anyway, I go to the side of the house to take a leak. As I was taking a leak, I heard some moaning. So I was like, okay, somebody, somebody having sex. So I told my brother, I said, hey man, come here real quick. So he walked over. I said, man, tell me, just tell me I'm not tripping. You know, just it sounds like somebody fucking, man. So he was like, yeah, man, somebody moaning or whatever. He was like, man, it coming from that window right there. Yeah. I'm not a peeping Tom, and my brother is not a peeping Tom. But uh, from where we were standing, like if you walk further, a little over to the side of the house, you can pretty much see in the window of the neighbor's house. You know what I'm saying? So my brother walked over and he was like, oh man, he was like, man, come here, man. I was like, nah, man, I don't want to see nobody else having sex, bro. He was like, no, this different, bro. I said, what? Anyway, so I goes over, look in the window. Man, it was Chris' wife having an orgy with the two white neighbors and another white guy. So it blowed my motherfucking mind. And so I told my brother, I was like, man, what you want to do, man? You want to say something to him or what? And he was like, hey, man, that's our homeboy, man. We gotta say something. So I was just like, fuck it. Hey, Chris, come here, man. I said, man, we got something that we want to show you, man. And he walked over. He was like, what, man? He was like, hey, man. I was like, look in the window, man. And he was like, man, pretty much the same thing I said. Well, my brother said. Anyway, he looked in the window, seeing his wife naked, having sex, and he kind of stood there for a minute, man. It was a look in his eyes that I haven't seen. Man, it was crazy. So he kind of, snapped out of it. And he walked over calmly and knocked on the door. Took the people, I say about a good 5 minutes to come to the door. The guy can't come to the door. The guy's still naked, with a towel wrapped around him or whatever. And he was like, yeah, can I help you? And Chris was like, tell my wife to come here. I'm outside. Something to that nature. And the guy was like, your wife, like, I don't know, your wife is not here. And he was like, man, come on, man, cut the shit, man. I just seen y'all fucking in the window right there, man. Tell her, I said, bring her fucking ass outside. And he was like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. So he tried to slam the door. Chris said, Chris kicked the fucking door. Boom! Went on the inside. We heard a bunch of scuffling and screaming and sound like dishes breaking and furniture moving and all kind of stuff. And next thing you know, Chris storms out the door with his wife hair wrapped in his, how you wrap a shirt and pull it, he dragged her by the hair out the door and just whooped her ass, man, out there in front of all of us, man. And ran back in the house, jumped on the white guy, jumped on the white woman, came back outside, whooped her ass again, dragged her in the house, whooped her ass some more, came back outside and told us, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for doing that for me. Me personally, I didn't have nothing to say. I was like, hey, wow. Man, that's crazy. So we left, man. You know, we went home, talked about it. You know, decided the next day we'll go up and check on Chris. You know, if nothing happened or whatever. Um, you know, so the next day we walk up there to check on Chris, and you know, seems to me everything was fine between them, because you know they was kissing and hugging and everything was fine, and the neighbors acted like nothing happened. I don't. It was a weird situation, you know, because it was still cordial. You know what I'm saying? It was weird, you know. But anyway, I just thought that I would share that. Anyway, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to this channel and leave a comment, man. Let me know what you think about it. Don't.